To be one of the most respected lawyers in all of Florida, so I figure if I can make a believer out of him, I can make a believer out of everybody in this court.
Objection, Your Honor. This court is after the truth, not the opinion of the defendant's father.
You want my opinion? My son is a moron.
I withdraw my objection. Please proceed.
Mr. Colfax?
Big mistake, Sonny. Only reason I came today is to make sure you didn't end up in jail for this.
Well, then, that was nice of you. Thank you.
To do what I think is right here.
Okay.
After this is over, get your fingernails cut. They're too long.
Okay, Dad.
Your Honor, this case is simple.
In between flights, but we're still keeping it real. James taking names, ain't taking no shit. Tell you just how it feels. Kevy Kev says he's on his way. May even get a visit from JFK at the layover. Taking it easy, have a quick drink and a snack. Long game is here, we definitely got your back. Keep looking forward.
I don't know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm sorry. What's up, Kelly? Can you hear me? Something just happened because I had the other Bluetooth was connected and then something happened. So that song came off. Pepper, can you hear me? All right. Let me see if I can get that back. It's a new intro. Our boy Patrick did. Check it out.
To be one of the most respected lawyers in all of Florida, so I figure if I can make a believer out of him, I can make a believer out of everybody in this court.
Objection, Your Honor. This court is after the truth, not the opinion of the defendant's father.
You want my opinion? My son is a moron.
I withdraw my objection. Please proceed.
Mr. Colfax?
Big mistake, Sonny. Only reason I came today is to make sure you didn't end up in jail for this.
Well, then, that was nice of you. Thank you.
To do what I think is right here.
Okay.
After this is over, get your fingernails cut. They're too long.
Okay, Dad.
Your Honor, this case is simple.
In between flights, but we're still keeping it real. James taking names, ain't taking no shit. Tell you just how it feels. Kevy Kev says he's on his way. May even get a visit from JFK at the layover. Taking it easy, have a quick drink and a snack. Long game is here, we definitely got your back. Keep looking forward.
I don't know what's going on, why it keeps stopping. Anyway. That's crazy. You could hear that song playing? It's so weird. It's just the second time it stopped at that point. Anyway, we got a new layover song, but how's everybody doing? Bridget, I thought it was me. Maybe it is you. Maybe it's your are you close by? Maybe you're messing it up. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It was something sent to me yesterday. Um, it's a song that one of those AI songs. I don't know how if they get flagged. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the AI, but it was cool. It was a not my laptop is brand new, so I don't know. It's not an old laptop. Um, Let me see if they flagged this one.
Young man, shout out to Mikey D. Pastor Pepper. Josie.
Go ahead, Mr. Jackson.
All you in the chat. Welcome to the layover.
Go ahead, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, that's a short one. That's just a short one. So anyway, TikTok is back, huh? All these TikTokers. Good morning. Please, Pastor Pepper. Good morning, Kelly. Kelly, leave a comment. See if you got your wrench. Bridget, good morning. Lynn Diaz, good morning. Dino, good morning. Charles, good morning. Just Joe, good morning. So basically, I just want to drop in and say what's up. Tonight I will be with Auntie Deb on his channel. Yay, I'm back. Yeah, you back. You wrenched up. So tonight, Auntie Deb and I, we're going to be doing a show, which, will be great. It'll be cool. Jackie, good morning. Jackie already setting it off. I appreciate you, Jackie. So yes, we are going to be on Jimmy's channel tonight at 6 p.m. We will be talking about a giveaway. I don't know if anybody here is planning on going to. What's up, Gigi? I don't know if anyone here is planning on going to see Turtle Boy on the 5th. So if you are, or if you, sorry, my glasses are talking to me. Who would have thought? Shit's wild, Peppa. So yeah, it's April 5th, and basically I said, I was saying, we got to get this done. We got to get them out there. People are waiting. Yeah, so, it's going to be cool. Auntie Deb, I like Jimmy. He's a good dude, and we'll have fun. But in the meantime, we're going to be able to kill two birds with one stone, to say the least. Thank you, Kelly. The link is in the chat. I don't know if I could pin that. Well, we could do that after. But anyway, we're giving away tickets to Turtle Boys Trivia Night, April 5th. I believe it's in Spencer, Mass, at the Spencer Country Inn, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. We are jumping over. James, how are you? I'm good. What's up, full mel hash values? What's up, US Rico? M Fed is in the house. Hey, Hockey KC, James Jackson, can't wait to see you and Auntie Deb interview. He is hilarious. Yeah, he's a funny dude. He is funny. He's great. Just wanted to say again, Jackie, always showing up, showing out. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. Hope your day's going well. And if you're around at 6 p.m., you could drop in and check me and Jimmy out. That would be cool. But so yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be cool going over there. You know, I like to do different things. You guys are used to seeing me with JFK. I don't know if anybody has seen me on any other channels, but you'll get a chance to see a different side of James Jackson. You know, just more mellow, chilling. What the duck? With the duck, how are you? Good morning. With the duck gifting out 5 James Jackson memberships. Thank you, with the duck. That means a lot. So yeah, this TikTok. You know, this is what we kind of were talking about last night. JFK and I were talking about how sorry, I was reading chat. We're talking about how these YouTubers creators are coming out and they're basically going off of what they're seeing on the documentary. They're not really tuned into the case as much as, you know, we've all been. And, you know, that's no different than hearing someone say, oh, I was here first. Like, I'm not saying don't get involved in the case. I'm just saying if you're going to get involved in the case, know a little bit more before you start leaving content. And I learned that early on. Once you post something, you can never take it back. So, you know, posting something, especially in this case, it's gonna get attraction. I don't know if you're looking for a cheap pop, if that's what the dude last night, you know, in his house with the kid we played, what was his name, Curious George or something. So that's what you're gonna get. If that's what he's looking for, a cheap pop, then congratulations, you got it. But check this girl out here. She said she never seen the case. She never really followed it. Yeah, white tee and chain. I mean, I always got my chain on in a white tee, so you can't compare me to him. It just doesn't. You can't. There's no comparison. But check this girl out.
Watch the 5 episodes of the HBO Max A Body in the Snow Karen Read documentary with zero knowledge of anything Karen Read trial. I am just now diving in. Here are my thoughts. My first take on Karen Read was, I don't like her. Okay? This is her first take on Karen Read. I'm not gonna go in on her because don't even go in on her yet. She has a few other things to say, but this is what I mean. These people are going off of a documentary that they don't know shit about. She is a potential juror. We've been talking about this for so long now. Potential jurors out there, if you're listening. I know, Judge Bev is asking you, have you seen the case on? Everybody's seen the case. So if you're going to say you didn't, you're lying. All right? So I don't trust you anyway if you're telling me you didn't. But, let's see what else she has to say. My first take. And this is why first impressions are so important for these things, because when I first met anything Karen Read trial, I am just now diving in. Here are my thoughts. My first take on Karen Read was, I don't like her. Okay? This is my first take. And this is why first impressions are so important for these things, because when I first met her on the documentary, I was like, she's tough, she's cold. Did she just say when I first met her? Oh, God damn. Look, I paused you. I'm sorry, girl. I don't know you. First impressions are everything. I remember hearing that growing up. First impression is everything. You said your first impression was you thought you didn't like her. But now you're trying to give her advice, and then you're saying that you know her after you met her. God damn. What else you got to say?
She's almost unlikable. She seems irritated. And
I'm sorry that I'm going to keep pausing this. She's irritated, huh? You ever been on trial for murder? You ever been on trial for something you didn't do? Did you ever steal? Did you ever yell at your boyfriend? I bet you have. Man, this girl.
what happened was my first gut feeling was like, it feels like she did it. There's no emotions. There's no vulnerability. There's no warmth.
What else?
There's no empathy, nothing. But then you start to realize that she's fed up. She's been doing this for years. She's been dealing with this for...
Oh, okay. So now you're coming around a little bit. Now you're starting to see what's going on. Let's take that pause, James. What? What about this one? It don't matter which pause I do. I mean, you know, pauses, if necessary, they're tough to come back from. But she started off saying that when she first watched the documentary, she didn't like her. First impressions are huge and fetish. She said they're big, you know, so we'll let her go with it.
For years, and she's over it. This is my first take. And this is why first impressions are so important for these things, because when I first met her on the documentary, I was like, she's tough, she's cold, she's almost unlikable, she seems irritated. And what happened was my first gut feeling was like, it feels like she did it. There's no emotions, there's no vulnerability, there's no warmth, there's no empathy, nothing. But then you start to realize that she's fed up. She's been doing this for years. She's been dealing with this for years, and she's over it. She's over having to prove herself, and she's living in purgatory, proving herself for something that she, in my opinion, well, she feels like she didn't commit. The first couple of episodes, the one thing that really kind of got me was when she woke up in the morning and she knew he wasn't home. They had been fighting. She was drunk. She drove.
Is it me? I'm sorry. Is it me, or is the lining in her vehicle? Man, she got like, the roof lining is like customized. Like, I don't know. I notice things like that. I'm a car guy. I like things like that. But it might...
Home. She was yelling at him, and she knew he wasn't home. She called her friend Jen McCabe, and she said, we got to go look for him. And she was the first person that spots his body. That's weird. She looks over. That's his body. No one else could see his body. She spots his body. It's dark. It's blizzard. She's freaking out. I was like, why would she know his body's there? That's weird.
That's weird. That is weird, huh? What's up, Drea? Sunroof. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. It looks like she's in like a Tesla or something. It's got I see what you're saying. It's got the clear. She's underneath the tree, the glass reflection. Gotcha. I mean...
So my indication after episode 2 was like, she did it. And then episode 3, house long to dying cold. That was the text message that Miss Jen McCabe, the Google search at 2:37 a.m. I said, that's not something you text or search at 2:37 a.m. unless you're actually searching to find out how long someone is dying in cold. Not to mention all of his scratch marks by a dog.
Oh, shit. The pauses are crazy on this girl. So immediately she doesn't know nothing about the case. what? What's up, Hills Bills? What do you mean clean? They dirty? They dusty? She doesn't know nothing about the case, and she jumped to that conclusion right away that those scratches were from a dog. Man, smart girl. I like that smile. You smiling? Can't tell. All right, leave me alone.
On his arm, and then you find out that they rehomed their dog. Oh, and then the man who had the text messages back and forth, the flirty text messages, who happened to cut
That, oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep cutting you up like this, but the man, the text messages, no, that's an ATF agent. His name is Brian Higgins. But around these ways, we call him Kevin from South Boston. He's a piece of shit. So I suggest you forget about that documentary. Stop watching the trial. Catch up before the new trial if you're going to do videos like this. And then start talking about it. Because you're all over the place. You hate her. You like her. You know her. How's Long to Die? Jen McCabe did it. I mean, you know about the dog bites. Potential jurors, guys. Potential jurors. That's what they are. I mean, I'm not going to play too much of this girl, but this is basically what we're up against. Potential jurors. So we got 7. They're in there today. Does anybody else know? Are they streaming it? I haven't even looked yet. I jumped up. My dog was sick last night. Poor girl. Poor little baby girl. So I was up all night with her. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to do this live. This little promo. Let people know tonight where they can catch me and just talk to the people. So, I mean, Melanie Little is, yeah? Or she was? Why? What happened? Why Melanie is or she was? Which one? She streaming on Mount. Okay. TB is tweeting. All right. Hugs to Luna. Thank you, Peppa. Yeah, she was not feeling well last night at all. Poor little girl. And when she wakes up, it's like, I swear to God, it is like having a kid. I remember when my son used to wake up early in the morning and like when he wasn't sick and he would come over to my side of the bed because he knew his mom would put him back in his room. So he'd come to my side because I'd always pick him up and, you know, let him cuddle with us. But anyway, that's like her. She just came up and I don't know. She's really just like out of it today, chilling. So hopefully she'll be all right. What's up, Buzzing for Truth? How are you? So let's just see what there's not much more.
through a military base and pull the SIM card and throw away his phone and his SIM card in the dumpster. So this is just the documentary, which I'm hearing doesn't even touch on the Apple Watch. Doesn't touch on so many other pieces of evidence.
Exactly. It doesn't touch on so many more pieces of evidence. But you start off like this.
I watched the 5 episodes of the HBO Max A Body in the Snow Karen Read documentary with zero knowledge of anything Karen Read trial. I am just now diving in. Here are my thoughts. My first take on Karen Read was, I don't like her. Okay? This is my first take. And this is why first impressions are so important for these things, because when I first met her on the documentary, I was like, she's tough, she's cold, she's almost unlikable, she seems irritated. And what happened was my first gut feeling was like, it feels like she did it. There's no emotions, there's no vulnerability, there's no warmth, there's no empathy, nothing. But then you start to realize that she's fed up. She's been doing this for years. She's been dealing with this for years, and she's over it. She's over having to prove herself, and she's living in purgatory, proving herself for something that she in my opinion, well, she feels like she didn't commit. The first couple of episodes, the one thing that really kind of got me was when she woke up in the morning and she knew he wasn't home. They had been fighting, she was drunk, she drove home, she was yelling at him, and she knew he wasn't home. She called her friend Jen McCabe and she said, we got to go look for him.
Her friend? We gotta go look for him, Jen. We just gotta go. Come on. You're my best friend. Let's go.
And she was the first person that spots his body. That's weird. She looks over. That's his body. No one else could see his body. She spots his body. It's dark. It's blizzard. She's freaking out. I was like, why would she know his body's there? That's weird. So my indication after episode 2 was like, she did it. And then episode 3, house long to dying cold. That was the text message that Miss Jen McCabe, the Google search at 2:37 a.m. I said, that's not something you text or search at 2:37 a.m. unless
No.
you're actually searching to find out how long someone is dying in cold. Not to mention all of his scratch marks by a dog on his arm, and then you find out that they
Hold on. By
I
who?
said, that's not something you text or search at 2:37 a.m. unless you're actually searching to find out how long someone is dying in cold. Not to mention all of his scratch marks by a dog.
By a dog. She said when she met Karen. So this is what I'm saying. I mean, disclaimer, I'm not trying to make jokes about anything, but this is what she said. This is what she said, guys. She said, when I met Karen, you didn't meet her. You watched the fucking documentary. I mean, man, this is the day and age we live in today. You know, people are gonna, and I get it. People wanna, it's a trend. It's a trendy thing to get on TikTok and do the next cool dance, or, you know, whatever have you, like. But it's not a trend to get on TikTok and spread false narratives about a woman fighting for her life. We understand. We never forget. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. We'll never forget that. But we can't have shit like this. You gotta either know or just calm the fuck down and watch from the sideline. Because once you start doing things like this and talking like this, it's like TikTok is back. And I mean, dare I say, like Jay said on the when he got the snippet, TikTok is back. Damn, Trump, you brought it back too soon, because now we got all these people. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish.
On his arm, and then you find out that they rehomed their dog. Oh, and then the man who had the text messages back and forth, the flirty
His name is Kevin from South Boston.
Text messages, who happened to cut through a military base and pull the SIM card and throw away his phone and his SIM card in the dumpster. So this is just the documentary, which I'm hearing doesn't even touch on the Apple Watch, doesn't touch on so many other pieces of evidence.
All right, it's time to take you off of this. Yeah, I mean, there you go. I'm sorry, I just saw someone say, was it you? Read some of these comments. What's her handle on TikTok? Who is she? Honestly, I don't know. Well, I could go back and check. I really didn't want to give her that much credit. I mean, no offense. Like, I hope you go through and watch the case and figure everything out. But yeah, rips and punctures and fetters. I was talking to somebody.
She has a pod about reality. Just Joe says she has a pod about reality TV and occasionally talks about pop culture. Oh, really? Hence the Tesla. I knew it was a Tesla. Something. See, it's got to be a Tesla with the sunroof like that. I mean, it could be a Mercedes too. A BMW does panoramics. It has the panoramic. So anyway, but she does that for real, huh? Just Joe, you know that for a fact. She has a pod and she does reality TV. Okay, is it you? I mean, if it's you, it's cool. I'm not trying to slight you in any way. Pepper said her name is at Just Joe. Look, I didn't want to, I'm not here to make fun of you, Just Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just Joe is, I got it confused because I saw Peppa say her handle is just, oh no, you said thanks, Just Joe. Sorry, Just Joe. Standing Stones. When I first heard this story was on Boston News and I was like, what the fuck? She backed over her boyfriend, cop at a house in Canton. Then I hear the word feds came in. I was like, okay, something's up here. Yeah, I mean, whenever we hear that, the feds, those alphabet boys, any alphabet boys, and what I mean by alphabet boys, it could be FBI, ATF, DEA. Whenever you hear those letters, you know something's going down. Ain't that right, Luna? How you feeling? You all right? Go ahead, you got it. Make that jump. Go ahead, baby. Good girl. Yeah, so what's up? Good morning, Lynn Diaz. How are you feeling this morning? Hope everything is well. As soon as I saw his arm, I just knew it was not from a car. Right. That's right. Leslie, what's this? If anyone is interested, Legal Port is a great new. Well, that's cool, Leslie. Luna should hang out with my dog Brady. Oh yeah? Nah. Luna doesn't hang out with other dogs. I'm one of those people that, I mean, if I knew you and knew your dog and everything, like, when I see dogs walking down the street and, people, or like, here's an example, like, people I don't know will come up to me and they'll say, oh, she's beautiful. Where'd you get her? Or what kind of dog is she? Do you mind if I give her a treat? I'm like, yeah, I do. I mean, that may sound a little like dicky. I don't know how you want to say, like an asshole or something, but I don't know. Like, you got people in this world that they do some crazy shit. Like, I don't know if they're gonna do something to that treat and hurt my dog. Yeah. See, thank you. I was worried like I was being an asshole. But it's not Dickie. No, you're correct. M. Fetters, I say the same thing, James. Lynn Diaz, no, I'm wicked. See? Everybody. It's your dog. Pastor Pepper. You're right. Exactly, James. Rat poison in the woods here. I'll tell you, there's rat poison everywhere. And that's the craziest part about this. Because there's so many, where I live in the city, there's so many rats that they put out the rat boxes. And now, rat shit or the rabbits might eat that. I don't know.
but I'm just afraid like my dog's gonna get a hold of some of that shit. And I swear to God, that'll be the day if I just saw a Frenchie and a husky. I used to have a husky, Siberian husky. Patty GPW, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm on Auntie Deb tonight. I was gonna try to do a live without getting a copyright, without getting a strike, because I don't know, that AI song might have just done it for me because it shut down twice, which is weird. I don't understand that, but it's all good. I just think about everything that's going on, and I think about this.
I'm fucking serious about this shit.
We stood
Play the
proud
clip.
and all of us
Play the clip. You're wrong. Play that clip for the jury to hear. Because if he denies that shit, and then you play that clip.
This right here is why I feel the way I do.
How wild would that be?
Day
If they
or
ask him,
night,
sir, do you
it's
go by
where
any
it's
aliases?
at. Making friends there.
Are you familiar with the program
chat.
called the JFK Show? I believe it's 39,000 feet above your heads. Like, who's that? Have you ever watched that show, sir?
And when this journey's finally
Did you ever pretend to be someone named Kevin from South Boston? Does that ring a bell to you, sir? And I'm fucking serious. I'm fucking serious about this shit.
We stood
Play the
proud
clip.
and all of us
Play the clip. You're wrong. Play that clip for the jury to hear. Because if he denies that shit, and then you play that clip, the jury's gonna be like, that's fucking Higgins. You're fucking Higgins, bro. This is Higgins. They're gonna be like, you're Higgins. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Play the clip. And if he lies on the stand about that, they're gonna assume everything he's saying is lying. Like, bro, that's clearly you. You're a decorated dude. You're not. Like, come on. So somebody else just called up and you're to honor. What? So this is the kind of guy you are, Higgins. You're the kind of guy who's so insecure and worried that you watch random YouTube shows and just are like, this is what you do, and then you call in to defend your honor because no one else will defend you. Dude, play the clip. Play it. I'm serious. Play that fucking clip.
While JFK and James reenact the waterfall, we can say that all of us are friends. We stood proud and all of us stood tall, while those around us said you're wrong.
You're wrong.
We stood our
Murderers like the
ground,
Canton
stayed
Police
strong.
Department. Murderers like the Canton
Thanks to
Police
JFK
Department.
and James' reenactment of the waterfall.
Yeah, I'll figure it. Yeah, Scotty, I'm gonna have to figure that out, man. I don't know what happened. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate that. I don't know because it was weird. It came on, you saw it, and then it went off. But I don't know. Maybe it was too long for an intro. Either way, I'm gonna try to replay it because I believe I have it down. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it because that song I like a lot.
Come on. Come on.
There's
Come on.
a place where everybody goes.
Yeah. I don't think it's the streaming though. You know, I really don't think it's the streaming because they had just actually came here yesterday and they did something and I asked him what he was doing. He's like, "Oh, it's just to make the Wi-Fi faster." I'm like, the Wi-Fi's fine, man. These guys don't have shit to do, so they're like, they call, "Yeah, do you want us to you want to take this package deal and and we'll make your Wi-Fi 10 times faster." Okay, it's the same, but okay, I guess. Leslie, thank you. The layover is great. All love from Michigan. Salute to Detroit. Yeah. They probably did. Shit. You know, don't even scare me like that. I'll end this live right now. Don't, because that's the type of trauma I have. Because a dude like, "Oh, I need to come in the house. The thing's outside, man. You don't need to come in the house. But I guess he had to come in the house. And as I come down from showering and going out, I had to go out in my car and get something. And that's where he was working, like where my car was. He's like, oh, heading out? I said, nah, man, I'm just getting something out of my car. And he didn't even like really move for me to like, I had to like, oh, get out of the way, bro. Excuse me, sir. I know you're working, but I do live here. Yes, a layover. A layover is what we need sometimes, you know. We just need to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But basically, talking about shows tonight will be on Auntie Deb's show. A couple of people in the chat have asked that. And I have a video on my Facebook page you can check out. It's a little promo video. Yeah, I mean, I'm working too. My man had crossed 3 lanes. That shit never gets old, huh? Never, never, never. For real. They came for no reason and did something to your Wi-Fi. There's another $100 a month on your bill. Straight up. Absolutely. That's what it comes down to. Let's see. Jackie. You're so nice, Jackie. Jackie Venz. That's her nickname. I appreciate it, Jackie. I really do. So yeah, I mean, there's that. Oh wait, here it is, right? And I played that whole thing, didn't I? Or did the whole video? Let me see. Is this it right here? Hold on, let me take Ben Diaz. Let me see.
The only reason I came today is to make sure you didn't end up in jail for this.
Well, then that was nice of you. Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. We watched this whole song, Peppa. Thanks for showing up, James. Put this towards your next Wi-Fi bill. Oh, shit, Peppa. Oh, shit. Coming in. Oh, shit. Peppa. Peppa's the best. Everybody put your peace signs. If you're in the chat, there's 54 people rocking out on a layover. I need you to put your peace signs for my mods. I got put your peace signs up for Peppa. That was a good one, Peppa. That was a good one. But this is the song right here. My boy Scotty made for the layover. It's a really good song. Check it out. Peace signs for Peppa. That's what's up. Peppa, I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll be over there tonight, 6 p.m. Check this out. This is my video, not Auntie Deb's, so I don't know what that meant.
To be one of the most respected lawyers in all of Florida, so I figure if I can make a believer out of him, I can make a believer out of everybody in this court.
Objection, Your Honor. This court is after the truth, not the opinion of the defendant's father.
You want my opinion? My son is a moron.
I withdraw my objection. Please proceed.
Mr. Colfax.
No, I'm gonna get through this. And Fed is coming in. Well, now I had to match my girl Peppa. Well, I appreciate that, Amphetas. I appreciate that. And fuck them the cable bill, right? Man, you guys are the best. I really do appreciate it. Nice. Look at this. Gifted 1 membership. Patty GPW. Here we go. All right. Let me see. Let's start this over.
To be one of the most respected lawyers in all of Florida, so I figure if I can make a believer out of him, I can make a believer out of everybody in this court.
Objection, Your Honor. This court is after the truth, not the opinion of the defendant's father.
You want my opinion? My son is a moron.
I withdraw my objection. Please proceed.
Mr. Colfax.
Big mistake, Sonny. Only reason I came today is to make sure you didn't end up in jail for this.
Oh shit! Oh god! What the duck? She coming in saying, "Well, I don't want to feel left out." Well, everybody, you don't have to feel left out all together now. No, I appreciate it. What the duck? You're the best. You always showing up, and I appreciate that. Let's try to get through this. I'm gonna start it over because.
To be one of the most respected lawyers in all of Florida, so I figure if I can make a believer out of him, I can make a believer out of everybody in this court.
Objection, Your Honor. This court is after the truth, not the opinion of the defendant's father.
You want my opinion? My son is a moron.
I withdraw my objection. Please proceed.
Mr. Colfax.
Big mistake, Sonny. Only reason I came today is to make sure you didn't end up in jail for this.
Well, then that was nice of you.
Tell you what I think is right here.
Okay.
After this is over, get your fingernails cut. They're too long.
Okay, Dad.
Your Honor, this case is simple.
In between flights, but we're still keeping it real. James taking names, ain't taking no shit. Tell you just how it feels. Kevy Kev says he's on his way. May even get a visit from JFK at the layover. Taking it easy, have a quick drink and a snack. Long game is here, we definitely got your back. Keep looking forward, forget the rear view. We're taking our time and spending it with you. At the your man, shout out to Mikey D, Pastor Pepper, Josie. All you in the chat, welcome to the layover.
Boom, boom, wow. Promise. I told you, I'm here with you. I would never leave you guys. I would never. Let me see if why can't I put this in the circle? I mean, in the middle. So what do you guys think of that song by Scotty? Good? You like it? I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, so TikTok is back. We got a bunch of people now. And the good thing is it gives more. Love it. Nice. Scotty, you in here? Yeah, man. Scotty's doing good work with these AI songs. You know, Kevy Kev on the check, and it's a banger. Kevy Kev, you made it. You in the song, man. You made it. I don't know what award show that would be. I guess that would be like what's it called? Like some pop or something. Some R&B or pop. But yeah, so a lot of TikTokers and shit like that. Kev, what are you doing? You want to rock out for like a half hour? Let me know. Trying to remember how I did that ad. Just so I'm just trying to. Kev, he might be working. But if you ain't, Kevin, you want to rock out, let me know. Anyway, basically come on to let everybody know tonight is the night I'll be on Auntie Deb's show and basically the trivia. So who here in the chat's dropping? I mean, I know there's a lot going on, everybody watching other stuff, but who here is going to the Turtle Boy trivia? Tonight is the night. Leslie. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know if let me get some of these. So I already got Jackie, always love. What the Duck gifted 5 memberships, got that. Appreciate you with the Duck, of course. And whoever got those memberships, stick around. Patty GPW, saw that one. Thank you, Patty, again. Scotty, my man, thank you, Scotty. Leslie, 2 months. Thank you, Leslie. Pastor Pepper, 49.99. Chip, thanks for showing up, James. Yes. Thank you, Pepper. Amphetas, trying to show out on her girl. Patty GPW, gifted 1 James Jackson membership. And What the Duck, I felt left out. Well, you're not left out no more, What the Duck. You're not left out. Lynn Diaz, I have to jump off. See you tonight at 6 for Auntie Bev's show. Have a blessed day, James, and all. You too, Lynn. You have a great day. I'm on the clock, my man, but definitely out here in the chat. That's what's up, Kevy. Get it. Please pass the pepper, my girl. Amphetas, rocking our world. What's up with Someone said they came from JFK. JFK, I didn't even get a chance to talk to him yet this morning. He's live right now? Is he? He was live. Oh, all right. Well, he was. Maybe he'll jump in. I don't know. It's over now. All right. So let's see. What else do we got here? We got that. And we got that. Man, I thought I had. I can't see what this one is. Excuse me for one
The most
second.
respected lawyers.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the same one. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna probably. Everyone's gonna bounce out of here. Maybe I can just leave you with that promo. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys are ready to take off? What the Duck? YouTube has been awful with notifications. Yeah. It could be the way it's set up on the phones, like sometimes too. I don't know how you have yours set up, but I have mine set up as far as like, like the channels I want. but I don't have it so it like hits my like a notification that I hear every 2 seconds. My shit be going off all day. Becky G. Did anyone do that drive last night to see how long it takes to get from the Alberts to John's house? No, I don't think so. You know, that would have been great. And it's crazy because I was telling JFK like the second to last snowstorm that we got here in Boston. Excuse me. I was saying like I appreciate you. I was saying how it would have been so great to get that content, you know, of the snow, the whole aesthetic. Have, you know, like if you have one of those cameras, those things that hold your phone on the windshield, you had one of those and just faced it the other way, had one car coming. I mean, I don't want to give out the whole gem, but it doesn't matter now at this point because nobody can do it until next year. Disclaimer, hopefully we're not here next year. But my point was to get that done. 1 second. Jackie coming in again. Lunch break over. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Jackie, it's always love when you show up. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if you want to check me out tonight, I'll be over on Auntie Deb's. So enjoy your day, Jackie. Everybody show Jackie love. Look at this, Jackie. But yeah, so my thing was just basically, hold up, let me just put this up real fast. Oh, I'm sorry, not that one. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Karen Reed. That's her Venmo. If anyone wants to donate to Karen, I'm sure she'll appreciate it. You know, we try to do what we can. You hear a lot of people talk that shit and say that we don't do enough. I mean, we working too. You know, my man had to cross 3 lanes. It was no joke. We got JFK flying planes, me crossing 3 lanes. It just doesn't end. It's work. It's all work. But to get back on that, one second. Sorry. Standing Stones, James, please check out that song Gangsta Grass. I'm going to put you down. It might be good for bumper music. Wait, it might be good for bumper music. I never heard of it. I mean, I appreciate the chat. I mean, the super chat. I don't know what that's. I never heard of it. What is it? I'm sorry. Gangster Grass. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, for sure. I'll check it out. Thank you, Standing Stones. So I was saying aesthetically, I would like to have that look of, so a car, you know how it has the camera, just flip it around. So if a car is coming up the street and say I'm John O'Keefe, R.I.P. John O'Keefe, I would be laying where John was and I could set a tripod up so you get the full effect. So you would have my camera right here on a tripod. I would probably put it 12 inches up off the ground. So you would get the body, but also get the view of the car coming down the street. And then we would have the camera in the car. So then we'd be able to piece that all together. To do all of that, to tell me that's not work, do it. You know how hard that is to piece together? I mean, Microdots knows That's what I'm saying. Like people like that edit the microdots, but people like that, JFK, who edit videos, and they know that there's a lot of work that goes in behind it. But that would have been such a dope. So I'm telling them like, yo, I gotta get this. And there was just one problem. Like, well, there was a few problems. You know, it started becoming, you know, my situation. Well, I'll tell you what the main problem was. My situation with what happened on Thanksgiving Day. I really didn't want to take any chances. I wasn't trying to play no dumb games and win stupid prizes. But you know, that's just why I didn't go out there and do it. But there was a few other people that said they were going to do it. And that's the other thing. We're trying here. We're trying to bring reliable content that, you know, people like the waterfall video, for instance. If we just went there and like showed you, oh, this is the waterfall, everybody, instead of acting it out, it would have had a different look to it, you know? But Kevy Kev, I'm down to plan a field trip. I got a Navi screen. All right. Well, you already know, Kevy Kev. It's dope. You're dope. What's dope? The plan? Yeah, I mean, I have to. At this part, at this how far I've come in my life and where I'm at, I have to play it smart. You know, I have to stand for what I say. Like if I say something, I got to do it. I cannot. I have no room for error at all. Like I have none. And it's not to say that like I'm out here causing ruckus. I'm just saying I don't want to be doing stupid shit. I mean, it's not really stupid, but in the eyes of the yeah, this is exactly why. Them feathers. Boom. Bingo. I mean, when you got Kevin from South Boston calling in, and you got people that recognize you from YouTube channels, and you know, there's a lot of at risk, and being out on a bond, it wasn't worth it. So that's why, you know, it didn't get done the way I would like it, that we wanted it to get done. But you know, there's always like just laying there, even, but it's not the same. You know, I guess you could lay there at nighttime in the dark and see if you could get that look, but you need the snow. It's just like being there. Let me tell you this: being there. I don't know how many people in the chat have been there, but being there, you're gonna know that there's no way that those people came out of the house and didn't see John. And I'll tell you the reason why they didn't see John. Because he might not have been placed there yet, or this was my thing. When they said Maddie M ran back in the house, right? When they said Maddie ran back in the house to grab his coat or grab Jen's phone or whatever he did, I think I was saying to Jay a couple days ago, I said he might have ran back in the house because he was in and out real fast. He might have ran back in to see if you could see John. You know, he could have definitely been checking, because I don't believe anything that they say. So why believe that he ran? Like, you're going to believe How's Long to Die in the Cold happened, but you also going to believe that he really went back in the house to get her jacket? See, I think the white son. This is what is confusing to me. I think the white Jeep was covering him. All right. But here's my question about the white Jeep. In the first Microdots video, when it shows them pulling up, and Higgins, he said he was there, that he was at the mailbox. Right? So the last video I think that he made, when it shows Karen pulling up, you don't see Higgins in the middle at the mailbox. You see the SUV, Nagel pull up behind, and his lights are on the car. So where the fuck did, excuse me, where'd the Jeep go? The Jeep wasn't there in the videos. I mean, I know he's creating his video, whatever, but you don't miss something like that, especially Microdots is good with that. So was it there? I don't know. Higgins was in his duty vehicle, not his Jeep, in my opinion. I mean, I think he was in the white Jeep, man, because I'll tell you, like I told that story before with my cousin, when he fell and hit his head on the curb. It was exactly like that. Was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the what do you call it, the autopsy photos of John O'Keefe, R.I.P. John O'Keefe. But when I saw that, it's the first thing that came to my mind was my cousin. When he fell back, it was like the same thing, right on the back. Because when the kid punched him, he fell back. And he hit the curb, and he hit the corner. But this curb, it was, let me just throw up a disclaimer, because the curb that he hit was like a 90-degree angle curb, sharp. It was not like the curbs like over at 34 Fairview where you can just drive over and it's like nothing. You know, they're like, what do you call it? They're like more hot. They're like a hot top, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little thing. But the curbs over here, they're real curbs. They're big. They got real sharp edges. You know, it's a 90-degree angle. So when he fell back, boom, he hit his head and he died. Like, I mean, there was people there. We were there. So, you know, people called 911. They didn't how long to die in the cold and shit like that. They didn't do none of that. They did the right thing. They called 911. The cops came. That shit was lit up. And they knew it was a troubled neighborhood. They knew, but yeah, it was I was young. You know, it happened a long time ago. I was real young, but you know, I grew up with my older cousins always beating my ass and stuff like that. So I always wanted to hang out with them. So when I would see them doing things, it would always be like, you know, just wanting to be a part of or whatever. But point is, I seen that. I saw the autopsy photo. And if he didn't hit anything like the curb, or if it did happen on site, like all these thoughts that go through our heads, like, because we're all trying to figure this out, right? We're not just doing a TikTok because we watched the documentary. We're not doing that. We're really trying to figure this out. So the thing I say about the Jeep is the front of the Jeep, the plow on the pot. So say it's like facing you. But if you're standing on the side of the plow, if you're standing on the sidewalk and the Jeep's along, the plow's got like a 2-inch, like a thing like this, like it's just square. It's like perfect. So if they were fighting next to that plow, my point is, if they were fighting next to that plow and John O'Keefe fell, that would have been the perfect mark to see, you know. And that's the thing, like with the investigation, none of this stuff was done. None of it was like, if you know, the vehicles weren't looked at because they didn't know. And then, like, you know, with Brian A's house, they're acting like, oh, he's a cop, so he's good. He don't have anything to do with this. No, man, you gotta treat that like that's a crime scene. It don't matter if he's a cop. It don't matter about none of that. It was just sloppy police work. But I want to see some of these comments because I saw. Let's see the first one. Blue Lies. Guys, what's the theory of Higgins on the phone at 1:45 or whatever from the CPD? What was he doing and who is he talking to? Anyone? I mean, that one right there, honestly, is a tough one because I honestly, I can't, I don't know. I don't know who could he be he could have been talking to. I would say he was talking with Brian A. You know, but who knows? He could have called somebody else he was close to, right? And said, you have no idea what the fuck just happened. Like, you ever been in a situation where something, like, not as dramatic or as serious as this, but, you know, like a serious situation, and you got that one friend you can call to, like, let them know, to just get it off your chest? Maybe it was something like that. Maybe it was a phone call like that, you know? James, do you think Higgins' Jeep was really in front of the house by the mailbox? I don't believe it, but I just wanted your input on that. Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know. He said he was there. You know, he said it. But then it's like, how did Nagel, when he pulled up, Higgins was still there? So his Jeep would be Nagel, Higgins' Jeep, then Karen. You understand what I'm saying? It wouldn't just be Nagel and Karen, but we'll see. What did Leslie say? Lucky saw a vehicle blocking the view when Leslie said, Lucky saw a vehicle blocking view when they dragged John O out from the backyard, in my opinion. Yeah, that's very possible. He had been driving his cruiser from NYC along with drinking, and that Jeep was parked at CPD. Oh, okay. So then why in the very beginning where they kept saying that there was a Jeep there? They kept talking about a Jeep being there. And don't you think at the Canton PD would have had him? Don't you think the Canton PD would have had him pulling in that exact whatever car he was in? It would have had him either pulling in the Jeep or pulling in the cruiser, whatever car he was in. What did Seaside say he used to drive? A Pinto, I think. Maybe he was in the Pinto. I don't know. The sweep of the driveway testimony has always bothered me. 100% sus. Yeah, you know, Amphetas, but he's one of them dudes. He hands out ATF fucking hats and badges and shit. He probably got to the house. Oh, look at my plow. Dropped it because there's only this much snow and he doesn't know how to, plow a regular snowstorm. I don't know. I could be, who knows? I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know him, Fetish. The dude's, he's a weird dude. Question, Jill C. If I was selected for jury and I had disclosed I watched some coverage but could be objected to evidence, if in deliberation, could I state I heard FBI was involved? Why they hide that from us? I don't think so. But that's the thing. This new jury going in, I honestly don't think, this is just my honest opinion, that they're gonna get, and that's and that's just the way it is. That's the way Auntie Bev wanted this shit, or Bev, whatever. Judge Canoni, I don't want to call her Bev, but that's the way she wanted. She wanted to a second trial, but you just bought more time to bring in, the people. At least the jurors before had really no idea what was going on. Now these new jurors are gonna know that there was a FBI investigation before this. They're gonna know Proctor was fired. They're gonna know everything. They're gonna know all about all this shit. And anyone that, but you know what? I take that back with a little disclaimer, because, for instance, when we went to North Station, Causeway Street, and we're interviewing people during Christmas time, and we asked them, do you think Karen Read is innocent or guilty? Some of them didn't even know who Karen Read was, or we had to explain, or some would say, oh yeah, she was because she was set up by the Boston police. And it's like, you saw that guy on one of our videos. Like, nah, she wasn't set up by the Boston police. But anyways, we appreciate your time. But, so there are people that don't really know too much. Like, as you see, that girl I just played, check her out. There she is. You want to watch her again? Listen to what she got to say. This is a girl that's never seen the case. Never seen it. She's seen the documentary. Someone says she got a YouTube channel. I'm going to have to look into that, because I got her real name. Jeep was later said to be there to put Karen further down. Yeah, but then what did he roll up in then, Scotty? What did he, if it was later there, Higgins got there before John O'Keefe, because he texted him, are you coming here? So unless he parked his Jeep up the street, but he said it was parked in front of the mailbox. Everybody testified that Jeep was in front of the mailbox. But then when you watch the last Microdots, the video he did, it shows that there's no Jeep. But in the first video he did, there was a Jeep. Never thought of what? Yeah, Amphetamine, but I'm saying there was a Jeep there in the beginning. Not later, Scotty. So I think me and you were on. You're saying it was put there later, but I'm saying as far as the Microdots video, in the very beginning of this shit, when Microdots dropped a video, one of his, all of his videos are great, but this one had Higgins right out front, in front of that mailbox. So the tail end of his Jeep would have been right at the driveway. So Karen would have had to go around his Jeep and pull up. And then for Nagel to pull up, there's no way he had that big ass truck. He would fit in between the Jeep and Karen. He probably pulled right up behind the Jeep. But that's what I'm saying. In the new Microdot shit, you don't see the Jeep. So unless it's a timing thing, because I know he said he did what? He left at, what time did Higgins leave? What time did he leave? Anybody know? I believe it was What up, John? After Kevy Kev said after he threw John's phone on the lawn, fucking clown. Kevy Kev don't like you. Kevin from South Boston calling in, giving Kevin's name a bad name. It's dudes like you that fake names and got guys like Kevy Kev, whose real name is Kevy Kev. You fucking up his name. Kevin from South Boston. Kevy Kev is heated. He's at work right now with a real fucking wrench. Not one from the chat. Like this. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hate Kevin from South Boston. Tell him, Kevy Kev. Clown. My brother in heaven's number. Shame on you, pagan. What happened? Whoa. Shit. Me and him can free clap and any day of the week. Free clap. Kevy Kev. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Kevy Kev, with the real wrench at work. Free clap? Kevy Kev, gonna fuck you up. Kevy Kev on the check-in. Gonna free clap that ass, pause if necessary. Yeah, man, shit's wild. But I had to start somewhere. It had to start somewhere. We all know where it started. It started at the waterfall. And it gets glossed over. It gets glossed over. But hopefully this trial, this new the second trial, hopefully it gets talked about. Because, you know, it's not so much like, you know, what, oh, told you so, ha, ha, ha. Nah. It's not that. It's for this. It's all about free Karen Read.
There's a place where everybody goes. It's a place not everybody knows yet, although there could be any place at all. Day or night, it's where it's at, making friends there in the chat, while JFK and James reenact the waterfall. And when this journey's finally at its end,
what?
We can say that all of us are friends.
Yes, we are.
We stood proud and all of us stood tall.
Free Karen Read.
While those around us said you wrong. We stood our ground, stayed Boston strong, thanks to JFK and James' reenactment of the waterfall.
John Dirty kept.
There's a place where everybody goes. It's a place not everybody knows yet, although there could be like any place at all. Day or night, it's where it's at, making friends there in the chat, while JFK and James reenact the waterfall. And when this journey's finally at its end, we can say that all of us are friends. We stood proud and all of us stood tall, while those around us said you wrong. We stood our ground, stayed Boston strong. a JFK and James reenactment of the waterfall.
Thank you, Cash. James, you're doing great. Love the layovers. Little B, 2 months, let's go. Man, it's such a good song, because it just makes you feel like, you know, you just want Karen Reed free. You want Karen Reed free. You want justice for John O'Keefe. You want this shit right here to stop. All of this shit, man. It's just, you know, watching Karen go through what she's been going through has just been, it's insane, man. You know, to go to court. Little B, thank you for becoming a member for 2 months. I appreciate that. And also would like to say thank you again to Cash. Thank you, Cash. I appreciate you. See this right here? This is what is happening, Kevin from South Boston and all the other people that are involved, cops. Shameful to be a resident of this state, Norfolk County. Norfolk County. Yeah, well, you know, it's crazy out here. It's been crazy out here, though. This is nothing new. And as far as Karen Reed, you know, this has opened up, it's opened up everybody's eyes to see the corruption that's been going on in Mass, in Boston, Mass, Norfolk, Middlesex, Essex County, trying to think, Essex County, Norfolk County, come on, Chad, help me out here. Essex, Middlesex. I'm just thinking of the county. Yeah, Bristol County. There we go. That's your county, right? Any more? Bristol County. Is it Bristol County, though? That's what? Like out. And fellas, I know you know all these goddamn counties. Middlesex, yeah, I said Middlesex County. Middlesex County. Back in the Middlesex didn't play. They hit you with them 2 years on and afters like they would just smoke you for a bag of weed. 2 years. 2.5. On and after. Oh, shit. That's the best way. TB, JFK, James, The Glera, LTL, Tommy, Boston Mike. All awesome. Melanie Little, Nurse Kim. What's the TYJ? TYJ, the Young Jerks. Absolutely, that's my boy, Mikey Crawford. But yeah, man, like my boy Kev said, the corruption is real out here. It's been real. I get it. You know, we're witnessing some shit we ain't never seen before. Well, some people ain't never seen before. Yeah, we're witnessing it. And it sucks, you know, it sucks to say that, oh, I'm from Mass, or I'm from Boston, or I'm from Norfolk, or even I'm from Canton. That must be the worst to say. Because it opens for a discussion of, oh, really? You're from Mass? You're from Canton? You know Karen Reed trial? Well, yeah, I know the Karen Reed trial. I'm out there all day wearing pink. That's me. So it's just I actually heard someone mocking us from the other side, saying that we as people that believe Karen is innocent, we believe that this is something from God, and that she was put here and like God did this, and shit kind of bothered me, like, to hear somebody say something like that. And I mean, it doesn't surprise me who said it. Just say it was a crusty thing to say the least. It was very crusty. And to say that we believe God sent Karen here and God did this. Let me tell you something about that, Krusty the Clown. It's not that we believe God sent Karen here to get rid of corruption. It's not that I believe without Karen, my life wouldn't be where it's at today. Believing in God is a big thing. Believing that God did this to Karen is not something I believe. But the way I look at my faith is I have such a good relationship with God, and I believe that the truth will come out. I believe that God will not let. Well, I should just throw up a disclaimer, because sometimes innocent people go to jail. But no, I'm not here to say that Karen Reed sent here from God for this. I pray for Karen every day. That's where my belief comes in with God. It has nothing to do with Krusty saying that she sent from God. Like we think she sent from God. No, we don't think that. We know God's got her back. We know everybody in the chat has her back. Karen knows James Jackson got her back. Krusty, do you believe in God? Because if you believe in God, that's not really something that somebody who believes in God would say. Yeah, it is. It's a waste of oxygen. You're right. Karen can be any one of us. And she can. She could be any one of us. It could be my sister. Could be, I was just going to say it could be like my girl, but I don't want to say that. Because disclaimer, I know people take it. It could be your sister, your girlfriend, she could have children at this time. I mean, it could be anybody in the chat. It could be anybody. So when you got people like that, it's just say things just wild, especially so involved in the case. Like, I know I've heard things, this girl, I don't understand how, like, this is what bothers me about people like that. They get in a position where they do this with the police, right? And just because I still am in growth, I'm becoming a better man every day. My beliefs are getting stronger every day. I don't believe in committing crime. I don't believe in hurting anybody. But I also don't do this. I just don't. And I don't put myself in positions where I need to do this to police, because I don't live that. I'm not, like I always say, I'm not there no more. I don't live there anymore. Today I choose to do different things, and that's just the way it is. I have this, I got these people that just say all these good things, like, and it's not even in the Karen so much here and with the Karen Reed movement or on the layover or on YouTube. It's in general. It's like everywhere. My family, everybody sees a change, my friends, they all see a change in me. They all know that I'm for real, you know. And today, I talk about God. I woke up this morning, and so those of you that know, I went to court on the 20th of this month. I'm sorry, of last 20th. Yeah, last month, right? Yeah. And my son's mom did not show up. So I was able to speak and say what I wanted to say. And I was happy. You know, I was able to tell finally how, you know, how I felt and what I wanted and where I was at in my life. And so, you know, that was like I said, that was the 20th. I'm just waiting for that letter from the judge. It could be here today. So these are the things that I look forward to. And just bettering myself, just bettering my life each day. Just, you know, just be kind, I guess, is what I'm trying to say before I end this. I didn't think I was going to go this long. And I appreciate each and every one of you for, you know, I'm on, what do they call them? The little is it the Cessna or no? The private, because we don't got a full plane, but we rocking out. And I appreciate each and every single one that's in the chat. Man, these glasses, they do some wild shit. I don't know if it's got some sound go through my glasses. But yeah, that's exactly right, Natalie. Life is too short. Be kind to people. You know, I talked about this on one show I had, and it was just basically talking about how, you know, people always, you never know what somebody else is going through. And somebody could be having the worst day of their life. And then it could be just as simple as you going to get your coffee at Dunks this morning and you happen to hold the door for that person or something like that. Holding the door for that person, that's not a big thing to do, right? That's not hard. And that may change the way that girl might feel or go about her day or feel, or man, or whatever have you, whoever it is. I'm just saying, use that as an example. Or you could be a piece of shit and say I was here first. And you know what I'm saying? Just slow down. What's everybody in a rush for nowadays? Smile too. That's right. Smile. Always smile. Life is beautiful. We're here. We're alive today. Sarah's like, I don't care about life and beautiful, how beautiful it is. Maybe the Jeep was parked across the street. That's what's up, Sarah. She's like, fuck everybody. I want to know where the Jeep was. Oh, shit, Sarah.
Keep looking forward. Forget the rear view. We're taking our time and spend it with you.
Go ahead, Mr. Jackson.
Young man, shout out to Mikey D. Pastor Pepper. Josie.
Go ahead, Mr. Jackson.
All you in the chat, welcome to the layover.
Go ahead, Mr. Jackson.
Sarah said, I don't care. I ain't holding the door for nobody. I want to know, what was the chief's name that lives across the street that said he had the video? Then there's nothing to see. I want to know. Get out of my way. I need my fucking coffee. I ain't holding the door for nobody. Where's that video footage? Sarah wants to know. I want to know too. You said you had it. Tell him, Sarah, we ain't holding the door for nobody today until we find out where's the Jeep and who's got the footage. I mean, I tried, guys. I tried taking you. I tried to take you out on a positive note. But Sarah wants to know where that fucking Jeep is. Higgins, where's your Jeep at? Just tell us. Where was the Jeep? Man, you know, the next show I do live, I'm going to try to get... I'm going to try... Oh, shit. I'm going to try to get a... I'm going to try to get some... Fetish, don't make me laugh. I'm going to try to get a guest up here. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say because of that. Oh, I'm gonna do stop. I can't read the comments. I'm gonna have a guest. I'm gonna have it put together well. I'm gonna do the phone calls. I'm gonna have the phone calls set up so we can call in, and you know, I can take some calls from you because I would love to speak with you guys, and that would be great, you know. So let's see. I know I'm gonna get a copy strike if I play that song. So it's basically just it's a promo I did. I mean, maybe, let's see, you know, we don't care, right? Nobody. Wait a second. You think I'll get one for just that short amount of time? Hold on. I remember the first time I was scrolling, heard that laugh stop me in my tracks. Love that laugh. That's what's up. Yeah, you know, a lot of people say that. I got a funny laugh. Yeah, this song is the best song. Yeah, it's that's a great song. I'll tell you everything. It's what's up with this? It's one of those songs too that why is Bono a dick? Papa? Bono is a dick with this stuff. Why is he a dick? He doesn't share? All right. Maybe I like U2. I grew up listening to U2. My dad used to listen to U2, so I always heard U2 in the house, and my uncles and stuff was in a band. My dad was in a band. Actually, my Uncle Jackie, he used to hang with when Aerosmith lived in New Hampshire before they was Aerosmith. I forget exactly what the name of the band was before, but he made he's an engineer. He made the first soundboard for Aerosmith. And that's a true story. They used to all be in the backyard smoking weed, doing whatever, drinking, and my uncle would hang out with them. And he made the first soundboard for Aerosmith. Yep, Uncle Jackie. We call him Uncle Snacks because he always had them snacks. But I mean, what's that, Scotty? I think the strike was from Movie Audio. What, the video I put in? That's my footage. No, because I played the whole video. It didn't get a strike. I played the whole video. I had it in the intro. I think it was too long, Scotty. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I know I'm gonna get one on that little short clip with you too. But that was just a promo I did on my Facebook page for me and Jimmy tonight. As you can see, Jimmy and I was both. It's kind of weird how things happen, because check this out. Like, let me just pause it. In this picture here, so this is for, I'm sorry. This is for oh, let me take this down. This is for tonight's show, but it's for it's to win. You can win Turtle Boy trivia tickets. So tonight at 6, I did that. But it's weird how life works, because obviously in the middle you have Karen hugging John O'Keefe. Rest in peace, John O'Keefe. And then you have 2 Jimmys. Well, I'm James, he's Jimmy, whatever. And there you go. We both got a picture with me and Karen hugging. We both got a hug from Karen, and you know, it's funny how the world. So when you say things like they think God sent us, or this or that or whatever, I mean, these are signs, like, to me. You know, little things like that. It's little things like that, Krusty the Clown. Krusty the Clown. It's a beautiful photo, James. Pepper says, yeah, it is. But then we got people like this. TikTok is back.
Watch the 5 episodes of the HBO Max A Body in the Snow Karen Read documentary with zero knowledge of anything Karen Read trial. I am just now diving in. Here are my thoughts. My first take on Karen Read was, uh-oh, I don't like her. Okay?
She don't like her.
This is my first take. And this is why first impressions are so important for these things, because when I first met her on the documentary, I was like, she's tough, she's cold, she's almost unlikable, she seems irritated. And what happened was my first gut feeling was like, it feels like she did it. There's no emotions, there's no vulnerability, there's no warmth, there's no empathy, nothing. But then you start to realize that she's fed up. She's been doing this for years. She's been dealing with this for years, and she's over it. She's over having to prove herself, and she's living in purgatory, proving herself for something that she, in my opinion, well, she feels like she didn't commit. The first couple of episodes, the one thing that really kind of got me was when she woke up in the morning and she knew he wasn't home. They had been fighting, she was drunk, she drove home, she was yelling at him, and she knew he wasn't home. She called her friend Jen McCabe and she said, we got to go look for him. And she was the first person that spots his body. That's weird. She looks over, that's his body. No one else could see his body. She spots his body. It's dark, it's blizzard. She's freaking out. I was like,
first of all, it wasn't a blizzard. I don't know where this girl's from, but here in Boston, a blizzard is like, well, actually, I take that back. Disclaimer. You're right. It was snow. It was a lot of snow. It was like that wet snow. So I give you that.
why would she know his body's there? That's weird.
Oh, really? That's weird. Maybe it came, things were coming back to her. Oh, yeah, I dropped him off here. Wait a second. He's right here. I mean, she watched a documentary, and this is what we talked about last
So my
night.
indication after episode 2 was like, she did it. And then episode 3.
So there you go. If she only watched episode 1 and 2 and say like her cable went out for some bizarre reason or whatever, some shit happened, and then she got called for jury, guess what happened? This girl's thinking Karen Reed's guilty. She's thinking she did it. Right now, I don't know what she's thinking, but she definitely would. She would be thinking Karen Reed did it if she didn't watch episode 3, because now she thinks.
House long to dying cold. That was the text message that Miss Jen McCabe, the Google search at 2:37 a.m. I said, that's not something you text or search at 2:37 a.m. unless you're actually searching to find out how long someone is dying in cold. Not to mention all of his scratch marks by a dog.
A dog. TikTok is back. VR, good topic, James. I mean, TikTok is back. What can I say? There are no details in those documentaries. No, there's not. And, they're not playing from start to finish or saying either that this film was filmed or this documentary was filmed during the trial. They're not saying any of that. They're just saying, oh, this is Karen Reed and this is her testimony. Well, I don't know what that means. 227 can't even get that right. Scott, he's going in on it. Oh, man. So, I mean, there you have it. You have
on his arm, and then you find out that they rehomed their dog. Oh, and then the man.
They rehomed their dog.
Who had the text messages back and forth, the flirty text messages, who happened to cut through a military base and pull the SIM card and throw away his phone and his SIM card in the dumpster. So this is just the documentary, which I'm hearing doesn't even touch on the Apple Watch.
Nope, you're right.
Doesn't touch on
you are right.
So many other pieces of evidence.
And you are gone. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with now. We're up against TikTok. But the good thing I will say about the documentary, it got more people involved. Now, they might look at the documentary and say Karen Reed's guilty. But they also might backpedal and really look into the case and say, wait a second, there's a lot of fuckery going on here. I can't just go off of that documentary that I watched. Something isn't right. Like, I'll just break it down before real quick. I'll give you a backstory on documentaries and the news. I don't know if anyone has experience or have been in this situation before. Maybe you could say something. But back in 2018, a friend of mine found Red Sox banner. Obviously, that's where the 3 lanes comes in. He finds the Red Sox banner. The next day, he tells me, yo, you're never going to believe what I found. Now, I'm like, all right. So he's explaining it to me. As he's explaining to me what he found, he's trying to pull over. Like, we're in the car now. So he's like, oh, you're never going to believe what I found. And I'm like, bro, if it's that big, you can't just pull over right here. So I brought it to, we brought it to, like, where I lived is like a park, so we brought it back there. We opened it up. Long story short, or actually long story longer, when we got back there, I realized the shit belonged to the Red Sox. There was no question about it. I said, bro, this shit belongs to the Red Sox. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to work right now. Do what you got to do. Call whoever you got to call and see if you can find out who it belongs to. I'm like, all right, cool. So, like I said, he told me the next day. So now I'm calling everybody trying to find out, like, who I could figure out, like, who could I call? who do you call when you find something like that? So I called the Red Sox right away. Nobody called me back. Then I kept calling. Nobody would call back. Then I called Fox 25 News, and I think I got like the front desk or some shit, or somebody who like really didn't know much about nothing. And they said, yeah, we'll put your call through. We'll have someone call you back. Like 5 minutes goes by. Ted Daniels from Fox 25 News. In a small world, huh? Ted Daniel calls, and he's like, yeah, I heard you got the Red Sox banner. I said, yeah, I do. I want to, no, he said, I heard you have something that belongs to the Red Sox. I go, I believe it belongs to the Red Sox. I don't know exactly where. I said, maybe they hang it off the Green Monster. Isn't that when you met Ted Daniels? Yes, this is when I first met him in 2018. And so he's like, all right, well, can I come check it out? I said, yeah, but I don't have it on my possession. I can, we can go to the kid and we can go check it out. So he's like, all right, cool. So now I call the kid. I'm like, yo, he's like, I'm busy. Click. So I'm like, this motherfucker. I got Ted Daniel on his way to do the interview. And this dude keeps hanging up on me. So at the time, my car was in the shop being fixed. So who do I call? My man JFK. I hit up JFK. I'm like, yo, you need to get here fast. Ted Daniels on his way. We're about to do this interview on Fox 25 News. And it's going to be dope, man. The Ted saying we're going to go live. We're going to be on tonight's news, everything. Everything was going to be great. So Jay flies to my house. Now we get to the kid's work. The kid's work is empty. He was just so excited that I told him Ted Daniels wanted to do an interview that he just kept hanging up, putting gel in his hair, everything. I'm like, yo, calm the fuck down, bro. Ted's not here yet. So when we get there, I say, we tell Ted what happened. I said, yeah, he found it yesterday. And he didn't know what it was, and he asked me to do some homework, so I called around, and Ted says, look, why don't you guys just say all of you were together, and it'll sound better, like you three was having your morning coffee. So that's how the whole thing went. Like, so I know about how the media can spin something, because here we are, JFK and I just go there to try to get the banner from the kid to go on the news, bring it to the Red Sox. This kid was holding on to this banner like he had what could I compare it to? Like the fucking Holy Grail, part of my language, but he was holding on to it like that. And I'm like, bro, you cannot keep this. It belongs to the Red Sox. They're in the championship. They're in the playoffs right now. They need this. If they won that night, they would have had to hang it up the next morning. So the Zanib Curran lady, for the spokeswoman for the Red Sox, was so mad that Ted Daniel got the interview with us. She was bullshit. And so, because me and JFK, we were on the phone with her. I had her on speakerphone like this. Me and JFK were sitting side by side. And she's like, I got to go. I got to put my kid to sleep. So at the time, we both had children the same age as her child. And we said, yeah, we understand. We got to do the same. We got to put our children to sleep too. But do you want this banner? Yes or no? She's like, I don't even care. You guys can keep it. We were like, okay, whatever. She said, I'll send somebody to come get it. And we were like, nah, we'll bring it to you right now. Just tell us who to bring it to. But because she was mad about, so there's two reasons why she was mad. Ted Daniel thing, and she was mad that that we had found it, and the dude who lost it, he's been working with them for years. He has a big contract with them. He does it every year. He's the banner guy, the bucket guy. He actually got shirts made, the bucket guy. ran with us shit after. And so my point is, at the end of the day, I saw Ted, right? I saw Ted when I went to court with Karen. He said, "Hey, James, what's up?" Because I think I was talking to Tom CPU. He's like, "Oh, you want to go meet Ted Daniel?" I said, "Man, no, Ted, I don't want to go." He's like, "No, you want to go get a picture with Ted Daniel or something like that?" I said, "I know Ted, man. I don't want to get no picture with him." I said, "I'll go talk to him in a little while, though. I said, "I have to have a conversation with him, actually." And he thought I was joking. And so I walk over to Ted and I'm like, "Hey, Ted, what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, shit." And he told me every year the same. He said, without fail, every year on the anniversary of that night, he gets a call from his coworker that worked with him on that story, and he'll send them the clip, and they laugh about it. So he's like, "So how did everything go after the interview?" I'm like, "Ted, everything went to shit. That's how everything went. You didn't see? They thought I stole it because you said to tell them we were all in the car together, and now they think that we were all in the car together, and they were just, oh man, it shit got crazy." But my point is, you can never, ever believe one story from the media, because they're going to take bits and pieces of it, and it's going to get, yes, only me. But I'll tell you, and the crazy part about it was we got all these great opportunities. We could have went out to LA. We had Jimmy Kimmel. We had the Tonight Show. I got Tosh.0. Actually, I have a clip. I'm going to play it for you guys on the next live. I didn't make it out there, so they went ahead and did Saturday night without a Saturday Night Live, because everybody said this should be a Saturday Night Live skit. I was reading those comments and shit when Turtle Boy, I think it was either TB's when he did his story on it. And there was a lot of fucked up shit people were saying, and so I kind of know how Karen feels in that sense, where people they'll see you on a interview, or they'll see you when you're not at your best, and they seize the moment, they take advantage of it, and so judging her off a documentary is crazy. Disclaimer. Yeah, bail fun, huh? That's real funny, bail fun. And Fetters, you gonna let her get away with that? Peppa, thank you. I appreciate you. But it's like, I know what she's feeling, because when they can spin a narrative out of control, it just keeps getting spun and spun. It's like that game they did when you was a kid in elementary school, right? When they would do the elephant, or they would tell one kid in one row, the first row, something. I don't know, because I was real young when they did that, and then the rest of my time was in high school. And oh god damn! Why you guys can put that? Them Fetters, bill fund number 2. Well, all right? So this is what I'm gonna have to do now. I'm gonna have to put up bail fund. People are gonna really think you're gonna be seeing chat. I'm gonna be getting emails. James, someone's in a chat pretending they're you, saying they got arrested. This shit already happened 3 times. I've gotten a couple creators have hit me up. And Fetters and Peppa, you two better stop it. You better stop it right now. Oh shit. You see, you're getting Luna right. At least she's barking. She hasn't barked all day. I'm happy to hear that. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. You ladies, I should say. So, you ladies made me forget where I was at. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, you can't really go off of one. What's the matter, girl? Huh? Who you barking at? Huh? You feel better? Aw. Oh my God! What a duck! Bill fun for me because it's more fun together. Yes. What the duck said, I don't care. I'll go to jail with James. That's what's up. See, I got some people that will. You hear that, Luna? Daddy's going away, but I got people that are gonna take care of you. All right. Why you put your head down like that? I'm not going away, baby. It was a joke. A disclaimer, Luna. You see what you guys done did to Luna? You got Luna upset again. Now she thinks I'm going away. Oh, man. Oh, really? Is that right? But the duck, thank you. I really appreciate you. I'll watch Luna. Well, Luna, you got somewhere to go. If Daddy goes, you'll be all right. I promise. But basically, I know everybody in here is not running with that documentary shit because me, number one, I honestly didn't even finish watching it. Like, I watched most of it, but there's parts I'll see on here or like a clip on YouTube or this or that, and you know, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that. And you know, so I don't believe in those things because it happened to me. So, you know, the comments, the media spinning it and making it sound like something it wasn't, and then all of a sudden I'm looked at as the guy who's gonna curse the Red Sox. And you know, it was funny too because like 2 weeks went by and everybody knows who I am. Everybody hates me. And I'm just like, at the time I was not how I am now. I was a lot different. So I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like, you know, I didn't like the feeling. I didn't like the pushback. I didn't like how people were talking. I didn't like how people were attacking me on social media. I didn't like how people were saying things about my family. I didn't like about how they were talking about my son. I didn't like any of that, you know. And this is, dare I say, this is all the stuff that Karen's going through. But she's handling it like a boss, man. She said, fuck all you guys, all you haters, all you trolls, you're going to see in the end that I didn't do this, that I'm innocent. Same thing I was screaming. I didn't steal this banner. Maybe it's not coming out right. Maybe I'm not saying it right. I didn't do it though, you know? And luckily in my situation, where the shithead found it, because he's a shithead, the kid who found it. Where he happened to find it was right in the intersection. So there was a traffic light that saw him jump out of his car and get it by himself. So all of these people that wanted to talk shit in the comments and say I was a thief and say, oh, James stole it and James did this. That case was picked up within 7 hours. It's funny because I knew the Somerville detective from just seeing passing. Like he's a cool guy. Like he really, every time he'd see us, he always be like, oh, you got nice sneakers or you got nice this. And I think he did like, he was a detective for, what did he tell? For stolen goods or something. Like that's what he did for his shit. So he's like, oh, I saw you on the news. And then 7 hours later, I got word from somebody that seen him. He wants you to come down. He needs to do he needs to question you. So I sent the lawyer down there instead. I didn't go. I sent the lawyer, and the lawyer told him go right to the intersection. You won't see my client even there. He's like, oh yeah, why is that? He said, because my client was not there. He had nothing to do with it. So the point is, my situation, it was picked up and dropped within 7 hours. Unfortunately, Karen's situation, here we are, trial 2. But the way I parallel it together is I understand when somebody is accusing you of something you didn't do. You know, it made me, and then even after I was cleared, I was still attacked. And that's going to be the same shit that happens. We already know. I mean, Lord willing, it doesn't. But you already know the other side's going to say, well, they did this happened, this happened. Listen, it doesn't matter what anybody. Hold on. There we go. Hey, what are you doing? It doesn't matter what any of us think or say or do, or YouTube content creators. It doesn't matter about none of that. All that matters is what happens in that courtroom. Oh, Tink must be behind. It was called the telephone game. Exactly. You would tell one person one thing, and by the time it got up and down, so there was like 4 or 5 rows in a classroom, right? Probably like 5 desks. So 5, 10, 15, 20 kids in a class. I don't know about that. Hey. I'm sorry. Sorry. Everyone is bugging the fuck out. I gotta take her out. But wow, 2 hours and already went by. It's crazy. So everybody, I will catch you tonight with Jimmy. But I just wanted to say that because, you know, do not let this listen to you, little sneak. Just because I stopped looking at you. 1 second. Go play with one of your toys, all right? Yeah, do that. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, so tonight, like I said, we will be over on Jimmy's show. But yeah, I just wanted to just touch on that because cut her some slack, man. All you TikTok creators now. I guess you're TikTok creators. Fuck. We got Court TV experts. We got Mindless Millennial. We got Krusty the Clown. We got fucking. There's so many. I can't keep up with them all. But don't be one of them. Don't be looking for a cheap pop. You know, get the facts. And you got Portnoy with the biggest platform ever. You got such a big platform that everybody holds you to such a higher standard than they would hold a James Jackson. I'm not so sure about that no more, Portnoy. Yeah, you got the money. You're the $1 million man. I'll call you Ted DiBiase from now on. But guess who I am? I'm Virgil. And I'm coming for you, Portnoy. Disclaimer. Not coming for nobody. But TB might be coming for you because you don't have the facts, my friend. That being said, I go by the name of James Jackson. If anybody wants to send a Venmo, my Venmo's up top. If anybody wants to donate, my Venmo is James Amaral AMARAL -5. Let me see, because I got Karen's up there. Also, Karen Reed's link has been going across the bottom the whole time. That's her Venmo. Everybody's saying, you need to send $1, $2, whatever you can do. Help her out. Help her out. That's mine right there. And let me see. With that being said, I'm gonna take you out with James Jackson. Yeah, da 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 da. All right, everybody. I love you all. Luna, what do you got to say? You got something to say? You want to say something before we go? Say shit look in your head? Like this? Just tell them this? I appreciate each and every one of you. Peace. Okay, baby girl. I heard you.
How wild would that be? If they ask me, sir, do you go by any aliases?
Making friends there.
Are you familiar with the program called the JFK Show? I believe it's 39,000 feet above your heads. Who's that? Have you ever watched that show, sir?
And when this journey's finally
did you ever pretend to be someone named Kevin from South Boston? Does that ring a bell to you, sir? And I'm fucking serious. I'm fucking serious about this shit. Play the clip. Play the clip. You're wrong. Play that clip for the jury to hear. Because if he denies that shit, and then you play that clip, the jury's gonna be like, that's fucking Higgins. You're fucking Higgins, bro. This is Higgins. They're gonna be like, you're Higgins. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Play the clip. And if he lies on the stand about that, they're gonna assume everything he's saying is lying. Like, bro, that's clearly you. You're a decorated dude, are you not? Like, come on. So somebody else just called up and you're to honor. What? So this is the kind of guy you are, Higgins? You're the kind of guy who's so insecure and worried that you watch random YouTube shows and just are like, this is what you do? And then you call in to defend your honor because no one else will defend you? Dude, play the clip. Play it. I'm serious. Play that fucking clip.
While JFK and James reenact the waterfall, we can say that all of us are friends. We stood proud and all of us stood tall, while those around us said you're wrong.
You're wrong.
We stood our
Murderers like the Canton Police Department. Murderers like the Canton Police Department.
And James' reenactment of the waterfall.
Come on. Come on.
There's a place where everybody goes.